All rise. Department 1 of the Superior Court is now in session. Our great Emperor presiding. Please be seated.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of the Gamers Party versus Nathan. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Will the audience please swear in as the jury, for they shall listen in for this case in determining the sentencing of the defendants for their grievous crimes.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant has been charged with the crime of delaying several pieces of media. That media being Splatoon 3, Breath of the Wild 2, and the Super Mario movie.
Objection.
Overruled. Guilty.
Welcome to the SwitchClicksPodcast, episode 81, recorded on April 26, 2022. Today we'll be discussing the delay of the Super Mario movie. My name is Dakota, and today I'm joined by Tyler. Kaiser.
Don't you mean your great emperor?
And from behind bars, Nathan.
I have one word to say, lawyer.
So in episode 77, we discussed the delay of Breath of the Wild 2. Obviously, nobody really liked that, but it was understandable. Inside that episode, Nathan, for some reason, put into the universe that they were going to delay Splatoon 3. A week later, they ended up kind of delaying Splatoon 3. It still falls into summertime, but and then on Twitter, we kind of shouted that out, saying that, Nathan put that into the universe. The reply he put is, imagine they delayed the Super Mario movie. To our surprise, we wake up this Tuesday morning to a tweet from Miyamoto himself that they're delaying the Super Mario movie until April of next year.
Yeah, let's go. I don't have to deal with another blockbuster.
Wait, the Emperor's in favor of this?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute!
I do think it's kind of crazy. Feels like everything was getting delayed. Like the Mario movie got delayed, the Spider-Verse movie got delayed. I have no idea why, but like this last week has been time to reveal all the delays.
There's only one thing that got reverse delayed, and that was the thing we talked about last episode.
Yeah, I keep on winning, baby. Big ear for annoying people.
The weebs win again.
Nah, the cool gamers are right. I actually forgot what we got.
Hopefully, at least we get a trailer soon.
Yeah, the trailer usually comes out between 8 to 5 months before the movie comes out. So we were technically in that 8-month range. But if anything, we'll see a movie at the end of the summer, and likely Illumination will attach the trailer to a movie that comes out.
Yeah.
So we could see a trailer before the Minions movie comes out, I believe in July, if I'm wrong.
The secret project is going to be so dead, it's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What if they show this at the Game Awards?
Now, at this point, they very well could, because it's a part of it's good marketing to put in front of people who will go see the movie.
Ooh, is that prediction?
Nathan, is that a prediction?
I'm a pessimist predictor.
The Oracle,
not a regular predictor.
Still a prediction regardless. We're holding against you now.
What does thy Oracle say?
What do I have to say?
Yeah.
What?
Well, if we're talking strictly about the movie, then I believe that it's not going to appear at the Game Awards.
Oh wow! Maybe I should extend your sentence
because of track record based on previous years. Nintendo decides to work on their own promotion, which in the end of the day is a Nintendo Direct. So I guess that's a bit of a plus.
I guess you're kind of right on that point, but I think because yes, Nintendo is so close to the development of this movie, but I think because it's made by Universal and Illumination, they kind of have the rights to because their team specifically is going to be the ones in charge of advertising the movie. So I think Nintendo still would have some word into that, but they probably don't have the majority rule on how the movie is advertised, which is unfortunate because the track record of Universal advertising movies from Illumination is not very good trailers. They have a pop sound with their funniest
Yeah.
joke in the trailer.
Oh, called
Well,
funniest
to be
joke.
fair, I think
Is it really
Illumination
funny?
does spend like triple the budget on advertising most of the time. So
In the movie, yeah, I could see that.
Oh yeah, because they get all the
Um,
extra funding from Nintendo.
like
That's what-
Illumination, the creation behind it was literally the founder going, I want to make an animation studio where I can produce high quality looking animated movies for as cheap as possible.
Yeah, that's why I was so mad when they announced Illumination as the animators.
And then they
Honestly-
made one good movie.
What's that good movie to you? Because there's a few that are kind of
Despicable
good.
Me. The first Despicable Me, I think, is
First
the only good
Despicable Me?
Illumination movie.
I think Sing and Sing 2 are pretty good.
They're fine. I just think the first Despicable Me is like the only Illumination movie that I think has like real soul in it. It feels
The
like
real-
this was a
real
passion project.
real emotional
Not-
baggage to it. Yeah.
It's also just
It-
iconic now.
And it just feels like a passion project where the other Illumination movies feel like it was court mandated.
An obligation to continue on the story.
I guess we have to make a saying movie. I feel it always feels like they hire the actors first and then make the movie. Where with Despicable Me, I feel like they had the movie idea first and then hired direct actors that would work well in those roles.
Honestly, that doesn't seem so far fetched when you think about it.
It's like the process of comics in like the 60s where they'd literally make the covers first to make them as wacky and ridiculous as possible and then task the writers to make up a story that fits. If you want to see not in-depth, very fast reviews on said comics, check out my Play It by Tears on the Superman movies, in which I do a Jimmy Olsen minute.
Oh
Please, I need
gosh.
more reviews. I am dying. Need more views. I am dying over here.
So with the delay of like the Mario movie now, the holiday season is definitely not as busy. Only because also like the week before they did delay the Spider-Man Cross the Spider-Verse is what it's called.
Across the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse Part 1.
They decided to delay that till the June. So
Wow.
the holiday season is now from the movies in the holiday season are still pretty stacked, but they're a little bit separated. We
Yeah.
have
Could be
probably
more
what
separated.
starts the holiday season is in November. We have the live action Pinocchio remake. I said Pokio like a Pokemon. We have Black Panther 2.
Black Panther
Probably
2? Really?
Yeah, we have Black Panther 2 on November 11th.
Oh, there's two of them now.
The day before my birthday.
We have a Disney animated movie called Strange World on November 22nd.
Delay.
We have Creed 3, which is
Delay.
only popular with a few people, but still, it
I
made
love-
money.
I love Creed.
Hey, Black Panther is definitely getting delayed. Like with
Yeah,
all
Black
the
Panther. There's
all
a
the
bunch
set.
of on-set injuries
Drama.
going on, and drama. Yeah, drama, and I do have to
Oh.
say though, it's a little bit disappointing though, especially looking at Nintendo. They had like a huge, ambitious lineup for 2022, and now it's kind of like split up. In one way, it gives us more breathing space, but on the other hand, Nintendo never really got that chance to have a huge blast. Like they just kind of had drained releases and then a major release, and then they strained the releases again.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they are saving some stuff for 2023. We could again get a sequel to 2017.
Yeah, like please, I want to see something like that.
If
And I don't
Pokemon
wanna-
gets
I don't wanna
delayed,
delay
You won't
anything.
see me on this podcast for like months. I'm just putting that out there.
So I don't know
Mario?
about anyone else, but I actually do think that since the holiday season was so busy, also they had Avatar 2 and Shazam 2 in that same holiday season.
Yeah,
But because that is so busy, I think Mario moving to the springtime.
wait a minute, spring. Isn't that when Breath of the Wild 2?
Oh no,
Around 2?
they all come out within a week.
I
That'd be
I
horrible
mean,
for marketing.
that would be terrible. Yeah, that would be terrible for marketing. But
Breath of the Wild sweep.
like the amount, like if they space out their releases by then, that's gonna be a really exciting part of the year. Like,
Oh yeah.
holy crap! Although we don't know what else is coming out on.
Oh, let's get real funky
Yeah.
in here.
I think they do have their own
Okay.
weekend there. Like it's actually pretty clear in that. So I just looked it up, and that April 7th weekend is basically completely empty for about 2-3 weeks. The next biggest release would be on May 5th, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh yeah,
The Mario Brothers movie only shares with, I don't know what this is, but Heart of the Lion, and then next week is 65,
Heart of the
which
Lion,
is a
sweet.
comedy action movie for what's his name, Kylo Ren.
really.
Yeah, he's making a comedy action movie.
Like not for Kylo Ren. You mean Adam Driver?
For Kylo Ren.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah.
Okay,
Forgot
so
the
you're
actor's
telling
name.
you're telling me you haven't seen his other movies.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah.
Kylo Ren and Marriage Story. So you're listening to a podcast. That's cool. You know what we also do? Play it by tier. Want to see us review a game? Maybe a movie. Maybe you want to see me slowly go insane by reviewing every single superhero movie in order. It's cool. That's all Play It by the tier. Go check it out. So I have a question for you guys. Do you genuinely think this movie will be good or not? Everything
know.
being considered, do you think the Mario movie will be good? I personally, I actually do think it will be pretty good because I feel like with Miyamoto kind of controlling everything, if it's bad, that just kind of sucks.
Okay.
I'm also
him.
optimistic because Miyamoto.
All right,
Yeah.
you got me at Miyamoto. I don't
Like
doubt his
as
ability,
far as
really.
Illumination looks, all Illumination's movies look pretty good. Not like they obviously don't look like a Disney or a DreamWorks, but they look fine.
They've evolved, but
It's not
It is
like
what it
it's not like they got the studio that made Pinocchio a true story to make the Mario movie.
Like for me, it's hard to say. I've been like going back and forth on if this movie is going to be good or not. Like I'm obviously excited that again Miyamoto is on the project. Sometimes the owners of a certain IP can be a little bit protective, and then they don't give the writers
Okay.
enough creative freedom.
A little bit
On the
protective.
other side, Nintendo is like almost directly kind of working with Universal and Illumination, so that might work. I don't know if they announced who the writers were of the movie. I don't think they have yet.
They don't need
I'm
to.
curious
It's
Oh,
to
Mario.
they have-
see.
It's Mario.
The
That's
writers
what you need to
are
know.
aside from
Miyamoto's.
oh,
Wait,
well, I
what?
guess
What are the? I actually discount my joke. I was gonna say I don't actually. I have no idea if Miyamoto has kids or not.
Okay, so I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Matthew Fogel. Do not know who this guy is. He's been a screenwriter on one movie that came out called Big Mama's Like Father, Like Son in 2011.
Big Mama's Like
What
Father,
in
Like
the
Son.
world?
That's my favorite movie of all time.
The
That's the
rest of
greatest
his
movie of all
movies
time.
are all in development.
Wow, that's a really good
So
track
what you're
record
telling me
there.
is he's a rising star. Yeah, true.
Oh, and it's usually more than one screenwriter. There's usually a room of
Yeah.
writers. Anyways, on the other side of it, Illumination, yes, they can make movies. If they have the right writer, they can make a good movie. I just need to know where the plot goes for this movie because I saw Sonic 2 like 2 weeks ago. I loved it. I thought it wasn't like a good movie, but it was a fun movie, and they had so many like fan shout outs, and then they started to use the plot from the games, specifically the Sonic Adventure games.
Of course they have
Yeah.
to. Anyways, I'm waiting for Mario's Missing, alright?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they could take the plot from
That's
that.
the plot. That's the plot. That's gonna be the plot. Alright, Mario's missing for the
So
for the
now all of
second
a sudden, Kaiser, you're starting to make all these predictions about the.
half. If I'm right,
about-
I'm right. If I'm right, I'm right.
It's. Let me just warn you that as a someone who's been convicted of delays in media, this will be a burden that you will not be able to handle.
You think that's gonna stop me? Nah.
But yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, based on the quality of Sonic 2, like that's the new norm that they should try to get to. Any video game
Yeah.
movie should get to. So just having like a creative story and having enough fan service that the fans will want to watch the movie again and again to look for like fun Easter eggs, because Nintendo fans love to do that, especially Zelda fans. So if they do that, I think the movie's going to be great.
The end credit scene to the Mario movie is Bob Hoskins, Chris Pratt, and Charles Martinet all Spider-Man finger pointing to each other.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wario peers, all right.
The one thing I don't want is a human-driven plot where it's like, oh, Mario goes to Earth. No, stop.
Yeah,
well,
we're not.
I can almost guarantee that's
we're
not
never
gonna
going
be
to go there.
Oh my god, Mario teaches typing.
It's Mario, but it's also Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
It's Mario, but but then you have these game developers who want to adapt their story into a game.
Whoa,
Hear me out.
getting meta.
Hear me out. 65 million years ago, a meteorite crashes into Earth, killing the dinosaurs and splitting the universe in two parallel dimensions. The surviving dinosaurs cross into a new dimension, evolving into humanoid race founding the city of Dino-Hatton. 20 years ago, a mysterious woman leaves a large egg along with a rock. You see, this is where I'm going. What are your thoughts? This is my story that I'm coming up with right now.
I love it.
Well,
It's very interesting.
Very
Okay.
original, very, very brand new and fresh.
It's
It doesn't
true.
sound like you're reading off of script. So that's
As she attempts departure, President Koopa accosts her, demanding the rock's location. Rocks then fall onto the woman, killing her. The egg hatches, containing an infant girl.
Whoa!
Welcome to the Mario movie.
It's
Whoa,
true.
a
It's
death?
true. What the?
Actually, well, okay. To be fair, there was
Wait,
there.
there's a
Okay.
Okay.
This early
Pulling
on.
back the curtain, I'm totally just reading the Mario Bros script. Shocker. There's a post-credit scene in the Mario movie, like is it an 80s or a 90s movie? The 90s Mario movie has a post-credit scene.
Of what?
In a post-credit scene, two Japanese business executives propose making a video game based on Iggy and Spike.
What?
Now on Earth to be named the Super Koopa Cousins.
Oh my gosh! You know, imagine that actually became a game.
To be fair, I think this movie has a little more has a lot more going for it, considering I'm pretty sure the director and the writers of this movie aren't going to go in with the mindset of for the 90s Mario movie, the mindset was this is the actual true story of Mario, and the video games are based on this. It's just like a poor retelling of our story. That's what the goal of the movie was, to make the definitive Mario Bros take, where the video games were like a poorly translated copy of it, which is a horrible idea. But I'm glad to say I'm pretty sure this movie doesn't have that mindset going into it.
Yeah.
And now clip it and ship it when the movie comes out.
When the movie comes out and it's just an animated retelling of the exact 90s movie.
Say hi to Twitter. I kind of have maybe one more question. Since the movie is delayed and it's kind of in a new area now. How much money do you think it's going to open with the weekend it comes out on the box office? Realistically,
I think it's going to beat up Morbius.
Obviously, it's going to make $1 trillion, quadrillion, $billion, but
yes, because it's
realistically, how much do you think? And maybe overall box office too.
Somewhere along the lines of either the first Sonic movie or the second Sonic movie.
Maybe even more.
It has a really big opening weekend, and then ends up like capping at like 800,000 or 800 million.
Sonic 1, the weekend made 58 million. That was in February, right before the pandemic. And then Sonic 2 made 72 million on its weekend, which is actually considered really good for that weekend. Like it was in, I think, the top 3.
How much did Detective Pikachu make?
Detective Pikachu made it made 65 million. I believe.
And how much did they make in total? Those three?
I will check now. Let's check. Sonic the Hedgehog, box office mojo.
Mario Sweep. All right.
Here's your answer to the Sonic question. Sonic the Hedgehog, when it released, it made worldwide $319 million on a budget of 85.
Okay.
So that was considered really good. I think it was the third biggest opening. The original Sonic was the third biggest opening in that 3-day weekend. because it opened in a 3-day weekend. And same with Sonic 2, it was the number 1 in that 3D weekend because it made like 72 in the weekend. So I'm gonna guess for the weekend, it's gonna be just a little bit higher than Sonic, only because it's gonna be animated and parents are on the. If this is a long weekend, I'm not sure if it is. Parents will want to bring their kids to this just to shut them up for a bit. So I'm gonna guess 80 to 90 million. With a finishing worldwide, 500 million.
Oh,
We see Link.
If we see Link at the very end, Sonic, everybody will go see it again, and we'll get to maybe an extra 100 million.
yeah, I will absolutely die if that was.
I genuinely do think it's probably making somewhere, but like grand total probably 700-800 million, because like Illumination movies, like here's just Illumination made like 500 million, 100 million, 300 million, 900 million, a billion, 800 million, 600 million, a billion, 500 million, 400 million, 400 million on all their movies.
A billion. Yeah, so my prediction
Minions
would be
Despicable Me 3 are 2 billion movies. And then Secret Life of Pets was 800 million. Despicable Me 2 was 900 million.
So let me change my prediction to between 600 and 700.
Yeah, I'm thinking 700, 800.
Yeah, let's do 700. 700 seems like a good number. For a new quote-unquote movie franchise, 700 is like really good.
Mm-hmm. And like their opening weekends, their highest opening weekends were Secret Life of Pets and Minions, which made 104 and 115 million respectively.
Who is gonna go see these movies on opening weekend? I don't get it. These are the same movie again and again.
Little babies.
What little baby's gonna buy a ticket for Thursday night before the movie comes out?
You'd be surprised how deep these fan bases go.
Mom, I need to go see the Despicable Me after credit scene. They introduced Despicable Minion.
Minions cost 74 million and made 1.1 billion. Gross.
Okay, but here's what you're missing out on. It's the fact that Minions, alright, get this.
That's true.
Get this, alright, Minions. That's all you need to know. Anyways, now thank you for joining us in discussing the fate of Nathan and his lack of future. We would love it if you could follow us on Twitter and listen to future episodes on Spotify and iTunes. Join our community Discord server to continue today's discussion, and we'll see you next time on the Switch Clicks Podcast.